Hey everyone, it's the Diplomat here, coming to you from the USA, and we are on part 12 of the Chris Watts Discovery Read-Through. We last left off on Discovery page 162. We just had finished up on Officer Egan's handwritten notes. So we are going to go pretty quickly through a number of pages here. A lot of it is the same thing sort of over and over. There's emails that were sent to different news stations that, it's the same type of message that is sent just to different people. So I've noted some different pages that I will go through that has some different information. But again, we'll be going through some of these very quickly. So this is the missing persons bolo. Be on the lookout. It reads, on August 13th, 2018, the Frederick Police Department was notified of 3 missing persons. Shanann Watts, 34 years old, and her 2 daughters that are 3 and 4 years old are missing as well. Shanann is also 15 weeks pregnant. There is no vehicle associated at this time. And there you see the pictures of Shanann and the girls. That was part of that for, sharing with the neighborhood as to what they looked like in case they saw anyone. Next is, unfortunately, a picture of Chris Watts and another one on the following page from his interview. Nobody really wants to see that at this point, I think. Moving on to the next page, I'll just rotate this. It says, just kind of a random note here, but 20 feet deep, unsure how full, hatch. Girls had clothes, PJs, Shanann in blue panties only. So that was a random note regarding, I guess, from the interview Chris gave about, the oil rigs that he put them in. Just terrible. Going on to Discovery page 166, we have a supplemental report from Officer Herbert, dated August 29th, time 12:55. On Tuesday, August 14th, 2018, I, Officer A. Herbert of the Frederick Police Department, reported to work on my scheduled workday. Upon arrival, I was assigned to assist with efforts to locate a missing mother and her 2 small children. I was briefed by Detective Baumover of the 3 missing Watts family members. Detective Baumover advised me Shanann, Bella, and Celeste were all missing as of Monday, August 13th. I was assigned to assist with conducting a canvass search in the West Windham Hill subdivision. I assisted by canvassing the neighborhood and surrounding houses of the Watts residence located at 2825 Saratoga, located in the town of Frederick, the county of Weld, and the state of Colorado. I contacted several residential homeowners and handed out flyers. At the time I was conducting the canvass, I was trying to see if anyone had seen where the Watts family members might be or had gone. At the time of the canvass, I did not have any information if they left on foot or in a vehicle. While talking to several residences in the area, I was also able to locate several houses with a door ring camera or other types of video cameras. I logged the residences down that were not home and may have had video footage of the area. The few videos I was able to observe did not show Shanann, Bella, or Celeste walking on foot. While conducting my canvass in the neighborhood, I was not able to gather any information of their whereabouts. I was not able to find anyone who saw or heard anything regarding the location of the missing Watts members. My notes were turned in with my report. Nothing further at this time. I'd be interested to know if they did do any follow-up with any of the residences in the area that they knew had cameras but didn't get a hold of. The case kind of went so quickly, maybe they didn't feel they needed to. So it's just, if you have any information on that, I'd appreciate if you commented. So next here we have Officer Herbert's handwritten notes, all regarding the canvassing of the neighborhood. So Monday morning, 8:13, Shanann Watts, 2 daughters. These are just notes about what happened on the 13th. And then it also adds 2905 house with camera. Also, sorry, up here it says Bella Cece, 3 and 4 years old. It does say here pink Disney colored nightgowns. So the next I'm going to go over, August 14th is the date. I'm not going to say all the times, but these are the time frames, and these are all the houses and the notes that were taken on each house. So what you're seeing here is their house, obviously on Google Maps, and it's just north of Denver. So if we start to scroll in, you're going to see the neighborhood, and I'll put this on satellite. So this is the house here. Okay, so the canvassing that they did was all around here, Saratoga Trail as it goes around Steeple Rock Hill. So a lot of these houses, all these houses, I'm not sure if these were all, if these are the ones that were empty, but they even went down here. They have Miners Peak, they have, and they have, this is the Wyndham Hill that you've heard about right here. A lot of these pictures show a lot of construction, so it doesn't always have a building. Even when you zoom in, you actually can't see their house. But they went all around here, so a lot of these corner houses and such are what you're going to see, or here. So Saratoga Trail, 2917, no answer, no cameras. 2913, no answer, no cameras. 2909, Lisa, tires dirty, he's not very friendly. Ring and camera, early, unusual, 5 o'clock. Husband leaves at 5:30. That's some interesting feedback there. I guess it's all about Chris there, I imagine. 6201, Peter, camera was not on, does not cover the house. Then we go to Steeple Rock, 6323, Daniel, Christie, no info, no camera. 6311, no answer, no cameras, no info. Same for 6310 and 6304. It's 2821. This is, I imagine, a different road. But it doesn't say Steeple Rock, so I'm not sure what road that is. Oh, this is Saratoga, obviously. Bet. So this is the neighbor. This is the neighbor that in the video left for the gym. Quiet, hardly have lights on. Steel gray, newer, clean. It's a truck, I believe. And then gym at 5:15, and then it also says something about 6:45 and noon, and it says ring. Maybe did they have a ring camera too? I wonder. 2817. These again are on Saratoga now. Cheryl, 3 to 4 months ago. Dog ring front only. 2813. Ann and Don, white van, mini, utility, question mark, light outside. 2809. Mike, good family, good dad. 2805. Rick, no camera, no info. Then down to Miners Peak Circle, which is that road down south of the house. 6109. No answer, no cameras. 6113. Amy, no info, no camera. 6105. No answer, no cameras. 6001. No answer, no cameras. 6004. Did not contact. So you do see there were a number of cameras. We don't know what they may or may not have footage on. So next is a supplemental report from Officer Patricia Cochran on August 29th, 1320. Monday, August 13th, 2018, at approximately 9 a.m., I took a call from a person identifying herself as Nicole Atkinson, requesting a well-being check of a friend. I transferred the call to Weld County Communications. Tuesday, August 14th, and Wednesday, August 15th, I took calls between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., transferring the calls to Detective Balmover, Sergeant Bedsaw, and Sergeant Albert. Any notes regarding these calls were saved for this case and attached to this report. Nothing further. On to 169, we see some of those handwritten notes from Cochran. Shanann and Chris, Weld City, August 24, 2018, 8:30 a.m., Family Court, summons to return. So I think that was the family matter that was talked about. Also comment on that. I have not looked into or heard so much about what that what that court appearance was all about. Then on a post-it, Gwindora, regarding possible sighting, August 13th at 10 a.m. This is the Sprouts Market we've read about before. Smoky Hill Road, dark-haired woman, 2 blonde, fair-skinned girls in grocery cart. Another post-it, Leonard, attorney, Scotland County, North Carolina, regarding life insurance, military, and Fort Bragg is listed. Supplemental report from Officer Brent Manley, August 30th at time 8:06. On Friday, August 24th, 2018, I was asked by Commander Egan to do an area search of the 6500 block of Black Mesa Road, particularly at 6507 Black Mesa Road. I was advised that we had information that Chris Watts was at this address for several minutes, and I was tasked to see if there was anything pertaining to the case. I arrived on scene and spoke with a general contractor overseeing the house development. He asked if I was there for a report of missing tools. I explained that I was there just looking in the area for anything that may be related to our ongoing case. He explained that the dumpsters are emptied every Thursday, but if needed, the trash company would come on Tuesdays as well. Later in the day, it was confirmed that the dumpster was emptied on August 16th, and the contents were taken to the Erie landfill. According to the truck driver, According to the driver, the truck was emptied on top of the Erie landfill, but no direct locating. Sorry, that sentence was a bit of a tongue twister. According to the driver, the truck was emptied on top of the Erie landfill, but no direct locating. I walked around the property and was not able to find anything relating to the case or looked out of place. I spoke to workers in the area, but there was nothing discovered. Some trash in a construction dumpster or personal belongings would not be odd to the crews as they deal with it on a weekly basis. I looked in several dumpsters in the area, and most of them were nearly empty and only had what appeared to be construction material. While in the area, I drove past 6432 Saratoga Trail. I noticed cameras on the house that pointed toward the roadway. I spoke to the homeowner, Evans, and he provided a copy of the recordings of his security camera. It took Evans a while to get the video, and when it was on a USB drive, Officer Dole was able to get the recording and turn that over to evidence. Well, that's interesting, and I wonder if anything came of that. We may never know. Discovery page 171. Supplemental report, Officer Bedsall, August 30th, 11:19. On August 14th and 15th, I served as a media liaison and also filtered through information coming into the department. I communicated with media personnel via email as well, sending out some media updates. My handwritten notes are names and numbers of media personnel that I returned phone calls to over the 2 days. Nothing further. So these next few pages, starting on Discovery page 172, I'm literally not going to even take a shot at this. They are extremely illegible. Looks a bit like a task list maybe. A lot of redacted phone numbers. But if you want, please come back and take a look at these pages. But like I said, they are very, very difficult to read. So I'm not going to be able to read them to you. So that's page 172, 173, and that's that. Now this is actually where we get into a lot of these skipping pages. These are emails from the Frederick Police Department to various folks in the media regarding news releases and such. So this is where I'll focus on a number of pages that have differences, but there's a lot of duplicating here. Hello, this is from Officer Bedsall. Hello, this is the press release for the Shanann Watts case that is being inquired about. You can contact me with questions. We don't have any additional information we can release at this time. A majority of our department is working on this case. The same information is also available on the Town of Frederick's website. I will send out any updates that may be gathered throughout the day today at about 3 p.m. So next page is mainly blank. We get back to the be on the lookout. You will see this several times. Continuing through to page 178. We have from NBC Universal person, thanks so much, and I appreciate you talking to me, to Bedsall. From Bedsall, here is the release. The next PIO will be Sergeant Albert. From Bedsall, here you go, providing the press releases. So we'll continue on. We're actually going to continue down to page 188, because these are pretty much just emails to the press providing the same information, and just some thanks, and here you goes. So as we get down to page 188, we will see an email from Universal to Bedsall and Albert. We are doing a story for air tomorrow about Shanann Watts and her 2 daughters who are missing. I should say this was written on August 14th, Tuesday. I see that an endangered missing alert has been issued for Shanann and the girls. Is there any new information that led to that decision? Please reply all with any updates. Then the next page from Universal to Bedsall. Got it, thank you. We've seen references on social media to an EpiPen needed for one of the girls who has a peanut allergy. Can you confirm that? From Bedsall back. Hello, it's mainly due to the length of time that has passed without any successful contact with Shanann. That was regarding the decision they asked about. There may also be some medical concerns with the missing children. Going down, that's a repeat of Molly's last email. Then from Bedsall again to Molly, I can't comment on the specific medical conditions that may exist. Thank you for understanding. More duplication. We get down to page 194. Oh, sorry, I went too far. That was just an update to the initial release. The update here on the Be on the Lookout missing persons flyer. Update. This alert has been upgraded to an endangered missing alert. This is due to the length of time that has passed without any successful contact with Shanann. There may also be some medical concerns with the missing children. So they put that same statement on the flyer there. And then when we get down to page 200, because these are more duplications here, we will see hello, thank you for your patience. This is from Bedsall again. Hello, thank you for your patience, and I apologize for the tardiness. We do not currently have any more updates on this case. We will send out a release if any new information comes to light. All 3 parties are still missing. We will continue with our investigation. That was still on August 14th at 3:25 p.m. And then these are pretty much all repeats as we continue down. More, just here you goes back to the news channels. So we'll keep going. I'm going to go down to actually page 228, because all of these again are just the same thing. So we'll go down to 228. And that starts, that's another email. We don't have enough, this is from Bedsall on Tuesday, August 14th. We don't have enough information right now to label it anything but missing, but it is out of character for her to have her whereabouts not known to anyone. I will send out additional info we gathered today. Then from Logan at CBS to Bedsall. Thank you, Sergeant. What makes this case a priority for the department? Is there something suspicious about the disappearance? When you have vehicle and last seen info, please pass it along. That's Tuesday, August 14th. That's an interesting question. Maybe that's sort of typical. It may seem odd to us. What makes this case a priority? Obviously, looking back, of course, this needed to be a priority. But I guess it's a fair question at the time if there's no real solid information beyond just the missing persons. But it's still a little odd. Okay, we keep going down, page 230, and we get to 231, where we start a supplemental report from Officer Coonrod. This is August 31st, 8:29, which is when it was written. As directed, this officer had submitted all handwritten notes regarding this case. The notes mainly consisted of names and phone numbers of family members, friends, and coworkers. Nothing further. Page 232, we have Coonrod, some handwritten notes on the left. Nicole Utoft, that's Nicole Atkinson. Some other numbers here. Redacted information. On the right side, OSAA says 12th taxi, 13th target. And it has a line that says Chris, his birthday, redacted phone number. Again, the 12th taxi, I'm not sure. Taxi and target, maybe some charges. Some other time stamps there I can't really make out. On the left is Bella Marie's name, Celeste's name, their birth information. Sandra Rusek on the right. It says camera, save. It says school today, Primrose in Erie, not there. Next page, left. Chris and his number again. Level, Texas, cloud-based. Or Lavelle, sorry. Texas cloud-based, that's the Shenan's work. Addie's name, and then Chase and USAA for, I guess, bank accounting, and Nicholas's name there on the right side. Page 234, supplemental report, Officer Bradley Davies, September 1st, 9:45. On August 22nd, 2018, I received an email from Taylor Welch. In the email, Taylor stated, after reading the affidavit, I went through my photos I've texted Shanann in the past. I didn't know if these would be helpful. Below are photos of Cece on the baby monitor sleeping. Attached to the email were 3 photos of what appeared to be a monitor screen showing a child sleeping in a crib. I was advised by Detective Baumover to forward the email to him. I forwarded the email to Detective Baumover. So next, page 235 is the email from Taylor. Hello, after reading the affidavit, I went through my photos. I've texted Shanann in the past. I didn't know if these would be helpful. Below are photos of Cece on the baby monitor sleeping. If you have any questions, please call me. And then regards from Officer Davies. And you can see that 3 images were attached. And I will zoom out so you can see. There's beautiful baby Cece. We love you. There she is in the first picture in her crib, sleeping peacefully. There on her front. And then there as well. And just to do some additional research, I looked up the summer different models of the summer, cameras, baby monitors, and what I discovered was it doesn't look like these record. Maybe a newer model does, but what I read in terms of like the frequently asked questions, there was a question regarding whether these record, and it says that you actually can. It has a port that you can hook a recording device to them if you want to feed the video to something that's going to store it. But they themselves do not store any of the recordings. It's just a live feed. So what does that mean? It means that these cameras probably were not recording anything and storing it. Could they have been linked up to the Vivint system or something else and feeding it and storing that data? Absolutely. We don't certainly know that. But if they didn't do that extra step, then these themselves would not be recording and storing the video. Okay. So we're going to end there for part 12. And we will start up at discovery page 240 in the next part with supplemental from Officer Perez. And we've moved into the beginning of September here in terms of the Frederick Police Department's discovery anyway. So please continue to comment, provide feedback. I really do appreciate that. And it's really great seeing some of the insights that you all have and some of the questions that you're answering for me, which is appreciated. So more to come. I'll try to keep these coming, and I do appreciate everyone listening. I hope you have a great rest of your day.